Israel says it is locked in a heated battle inside Gaza with Hamas fighters as civilians flee the violence for the south. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry now says well over 10,000 Palestinians have died since the conflict began a month ago. And in Israel, crowds gathered at the Western Wall yesterday to call for the release of hostages taken by Hamas. CBS 2's Doug Williams has the latest from Tel Aviv.
Israeli forces say there's now fierce fighting in the heart of Gaza City.
We had a serious battle with a group of Hamas inside the school that they built tunnels in it.
Israel's military released videos of airstrikes on Hamas targets and also of this destroyed amusement park, showing what they claim are tunnels built by Hamas. The violence has driven civilians to the south of the region.
We want to live in our land with a peace.
At the Rafah crossing, aid trucks lined up, while dozens more injured civilians and foreign nationals, including Americans, were allowed to flee from southern Gaza into Egypt.
All of us want to end this conflict as soon as possible, and meanwhile, to minimize civilian suffering.
Yesterday, President Biden told reporters he has formally asked Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu for a humanitarian pause in fighting.
I did ask him for a pause in the past.
Though Netanyahu has repeatedly rebuffed international calls for a general ceasefire until the hostages are released.
Tuesday night here at the Western Wall in Jerusalem, hundreds of Israelis gathered together in prayer, marking 1 month of the conflict.
Hamas took more than 240 hostages in their deadly raids that also killed hundreds of Israelis.
And President Biden is said to believe that an agreement on at least pausing the war for just a matter of days could result in the release of some of the Israelis still being held hostage by Hamas. And as the day goes on, we are expecting to learn a little bit more about where the thousands we've seen fleeing Gaza and going south are actually going in their continued search for safety. Chris?